Ever wished you could slash those operational costs like by 60, 70% even? And on top of that, get access to amazing talent like from all over the globe.
It's incredible to think.
That's what outsourcing can do.
Yeah.
And today, we're going deep, a real deep dive into how it can totally transform your digital marketing. Yeah, I was reading about this the other day, and it really hit me. Digital marketing, it's not just like a little bonus anymore.
Right.
It's essential.
It really is. It's not just having a website anymore either.
No, it's so much
It's
work.
become this whole ecosystem.
Yeah, we're talking SEO, creating that content that really grabs people, mastering the whole social media game, and then figuring out what all that data analytics is trying to tell us.
And it can be a lot.
Oh, it's a lot to juggle.
Especially because each part of it needs its own special knowledge.
Exactly.
That's where outsourcing strategically can really come in.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Think of it less like, oh, I'm giving work away, and more like I'm bringing in specialists, to get that advantage, that edge.
We all need an edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know digital marketing, it's not really a choice anymore for businesses today. It has to be done. But how does outsourcing help us outly navigate this world that seems to be changing every single day? Is it really about more than just saving some money?
Oh, absolutely. So think about it. You need an amazing social media campaign. Well, you could outsource that to the Philippines. They have like the most active, engaged social media scene, or maybe you have this super technical project. Well, India has so many skilled developers who would be perfect.
So it's like you're not just cutting costs. You're getting to pick and choose the best of the best from all over the world.
You got it.
And the fact that this whole global outsourcing market is predicted to hit, wait for it, $525.5 billion by 2023. That's according to SourceFit. I mean, that says it all. Why is it growing so fast?
It's a bunch of things, but yeah, cost savings is a big one. There are studies from the New Workforce that say outsourcing can cut operational costs by, get this, 60 to 70%.
Wow, 60 to 70%.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
What else, aside from that, what other benefits are there?
Okay, so like we talked about, getting specialized experts. Say you want to be higher up on the search engine results, right?
Yeah.
Well, a real SEO pro, they can look at your website, make the content better, get those backlinks, and boom, you're more visible.
Instead of trying to figure it all out yourself.
Exactly. You've got someone who does this all day, every day.
It's like having a secret weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of staying ahead of the game, what about offshore hiring? What are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely a growing trend. It's really tied to the rise of remote work, as third wave outsourcing has pointed out. It means businesses can put together the perfect team without being limited by location. You could have a web developer in Romania, a graphic designer in, like, Argentina, and your content writer in South Africa, all working together.
So it's not just about finding people, it's about finding the perfect people for what you need.
You got it.
That's incredible.
So we've talked about why outsourcing is a good idea, but now let's look at a company that's doing it really well. AHBS.
Okay, AHBS, Africa Headways Business Solutions. What makes them so special in the world of outsourcing?
They go beyond just the typical admin stuff. They give you real strategic support and solutions that are customized, and they're always changing, adapting to the latest data. That's key in this fast-paced digital world.
So it's less about handing off tasks and more about working together, like a true partnership. Can you give me an example of their strategic support?
Oh, absolutely. Their approach to executive assistants, or EAs, is a perfect example. These aren't just people who schedule your meetings. They're brainstorming partners, strategic advisors who are really involved in your business goals.
Wow, so they're not just managing your calendar, they're helping with your content strategy, giving you market insights.
Exactly. And they're all about end-to-end support.
Wait, hold on. Before you go on, could you explain what end-to-end support means?
Sure. Basically, it means they handle everything in your digital marketing. From those everyday things like talking to clients, all the way to making and putting those big marketing strategies into action. They handle the details, you focus on the big picture.
That's a great example of how AHBS really understands the power of outsourcing. Tell me, what specific benefits can businesses expect when they work with AHBS?
Well, on top of the cost savings we talked about earlier, which again can be as high as 60–70%, according to the New Workforce.
Right, a huge advantage, especially for startups or smaller businesses who are just starting out.
For sure. But you also get access to that global talent pool we were discussing. AHBS brings together people from all sorts of backgrounds, which means tons of different perspectives and experiences.
So it's not just one person's point of view, it's like getting a whole global understanding of the market. What else should we know about AHBS?
Well, their commitment to end-to-end support is definitely worth mentioning.
Okay, let's dive a little deeper into that. What does end-to-end support look like in real life?
It means they handle every single part of your digital marketing strategy. Let's say you're launching a new product.
Okay, new product.
AHBS would manage everything. Creating your content calendar, designing visuals, running your social media campaigns, even analyzing all the data to make sure everything is working as well as it can. They become like a part of your team working with you to hit those goals.
It's a very complete, holistic approach to digital marketing.
It is.
But before we move on, I want to go back to offshore hiring. It's a trend that's clearly growing, and AHBS is a good example of a company doing it well. Can you tell us more about why offshore hiring is becoming so popular?
Well, as third wave outsourcing pointed out, it has a lot to do with remote work becoming so common. Businesses are realizing that they don't have to stay in one place to find the best talent. They can access skilled people worldwide without those crazy overhead costs you get with traditional hiring.
So it's like geographical boundaries are disappearing, giving businesses more choices than ever before.
Exactly. And AHBS is taking advantage of this by offering top-notch services at prices that are competitive no matter where you are. They're connecting businesses with amazing talent wherever they are.
So you could be in New York or London, doesn't matter. You can still access the talent and expertise of AHBS's global team.
That's the beauty of it. It lets businesses of all sizes compete globally, and it also gives skilled professionals in places like Africa a chance to use their skills on a global stage.
It's a win-win. Everyone benefits. We've talked about a lot: the rise of digital marketing, the advantages of outsourcing, and how AHBS is a leader in the field with their unique end-to-end support and offshore hiring. But before we finish this section, I want to touch on something that's often forgotten: the human side of outsourcing.
That's so important. We often get caught up in the practical stuff, saving money, efficiency, getting the right skills. But we can't forget that we're talking about people, real people who are using their time and skills to help your business succeed.
It's about seeing your outsourcing partners not just as vendors, but as part of your team.
Right. And building strong relationships with them is key. It's about open communication, respect, and working together.
So it's not just a business transaction, it's a collaboration where everyone feels valued and involved in the success.
And when you have that kind of relationship, it can really take your business to the next level.
Like having a team of allies who are just as passionate about your success as you are.
That's a great way to put it. And that's something AHBS seems to get. Their whole approach is about building these long-term collaborative relationships.
They're not just checking things off a list. They're becoming a trusted advisor, a partner, working with you every step of the way.
Exactly. And that's what makes them different from so many other outsourcing companies.
Okay, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with this thought. Outsourcing is about so much more than just getting things done or saving money. It's about making smart decisions that set your business up for growth and success in this ever-changing digital world. What do you think?
I completely agree. It's about finding the right partners who get your vision, share your values, and can help you reach your goals in a way that feels like a true team effort.
It's about using the power of outsourcing to free up your time and energy so you can focus on what you're best at leading your business into the future.
And with companies like AHBS leading the way, the possibilities are truly limitless.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how all these changes are reshaping how we do business. Those old barriers to entry are coming down, giving companies of all sizes, big or small, a chance to compete globally.
It really does feel like there's so many new opportunities opening up, but how does this actually affect our listeners? Let's bring it back to them.
All right, so imagine this. What if you could free up, let's say, 60–70% of those operational costs? And not just that, but also have access to this global network of talent. What would you do? What big, ambitious goals would you go after if you suddenly had all those resources? It's a good question to think about. Imagine finally having the time and resources to create that new product line you've been dreaming about. Or maybe expanding into new markets, reaching a whole new audience.
Or even just having some time back, right? Time to really focus on the parts of your business that you truly love. The possibilities are huge when you start using the power of outsourcing strategically.
Hopefully this deep dive has gotten you thinking, maybe even a little curious, about how outsourcing could help you achieve your own unique business goals. Remember, in the world of business today, staying ahead is key, and outsourcing could be the strategic advantage you need to really thrive in this digital age.
Definitely. Now, I want to shift gears a bit and talk about something super important in outsourcing that often gets missed: building real, genuine relationships with those outsourcing partners. It's easy to focus on the practical stuff, but we have to remember that it's all about people at the end of the day.
Real people with skills and experience who are dedicating their time to helping your business grow. We're not talking about some faceless company just checking boxes. It's about recognizing that human element and really connecting with them.
That's it. And that means treating them with respect, talking openly, and building that foundation of trust. It goes both ways.
It's about more than just a transaction. It's about seeing it as a true partnership where both sides are working together towards a common goal.
And that's where the magic happens. When you build that genuine partnership, it can really elevate your business in ways you might not have even thought of.
It's less about handing things off and more about collaborating with a team that is truly invested in your success. Any last words of wisdom for our listeners today?
The most important thing I want everyone to take away is this. Outsourcing, when done right, is so much more than just saving money or delegating tasks. It's a strategic tool that can lead to amazing growth, innovation, and success for your business.
It's about understanding that we live in a globally connected world and embracing the power of collaboration to achieve really incredible things. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
It's been really interesting, this deep dive into outsourcing.